bro! Off to Winterspring. You okay? You know where you are? What's funny about that?
Oh, his grass got out.
Oh. That's right. Okay. I think you need some Jesus, woman. Well, or he's going to become Tarzan. Those are the two options. And it's fucking cold. I feel like this would kill the bug now, but I could be wrong. The Timberwall can grant you safe passage to the hold, however you must prove yourself worthy of the aid. What of the Winterfall? The Winterfall Furbog that reside here in the Winterspring were once our allies, but one day that all changed. Driven by the strange demands of their high chief, they began to attack all others that came in contact with them, including our tribe. They keep to themselves now. Greetings! I stand guard here as both a speaker for the Timbermaw here in the Winterspring and as a defender of the tribe. Our Winterfall brethren here in this frigid land have fallen into the same corruptive sway as the Furbog of Felwood. If you've come here offering the Timbermaw Furbog aid, you will be ready to accept such an offer. Donovan Snowden is a kind of dwarf who frequents the nearby hot springs. She claims to be studying their magical properties. She is a kind person and has good relations with our tribe. As the Winterfall have become more and more aggressive, she has begun researching the cause of their corruption. I must keep my post here, but I have made a basket of refreshments for her. Please take it to her for me and tell her that I await her next visit. The Timbermaw tend to stay to themselves. While we do allow safe passage to those we trust, we try to avoid other Furbog tribes if at all possible. Winterfall tribe has become increasingly hostile towards us. They seem to have be in a state of rage, completely engulfed by their own fear and hatred of anything that they do not understand. The Winterfall carry spirit beads, which have clearly failed to protect them against corruption. Bring me 10 of these beads to show that you have thinned their ranks. You gonna be okay over there? You keep randomly giggling.
No, it's just a guy scaring the shit out of children.
Why is that funny? That's kind of horrifying. Some grown-ass man running around scaring small children.
Okay.
Okay. Not entirely sure what I just witnessed.
I don't know either, but it was funny.
What's on your mind?
What brings you to Winterspring? These cold and vast lands may seem dismal, but this is a place of many secrets. Welcome to the hot springs. What have you got there? Oh, how nice of these furblogs. I feel so bad for them, cooped up in that hold, afraid of the world, but can you blame them? These Winterfall furblogs are returning just as vicious as any in Felwood. I'd like to put a stop to it, if only for the sake of my own research, let alone the dear Timbermaw. I came to Winterspring to investigate the Frostfire hot springs. I've noticed that the water seems to have strange qualities. I haven't yet been able to discover the source, and to tell you the truth, I've had some difficulty lately due to the Winterfall furbog. They seem to be drawn to the springs, just as I am, and have become extremely protective of the water, and I won't let them and won't let me come near the two larger springs to the north of here. I'd like to continue my studies, so won't you help me? The aggression of the Winterfall furbog has to have its source somewhere. I'd like to get to the bottom if I can. I've seen the furbog in the camp to the north brewing something in a cauldron. They seem very protective of it. If whatever they're cooking up is what's causing this, I must examine it myself. Find the cauldron if it's still there and bring back some what's inside. Morori been making charms for the spirits of the wilds here for years now. Morori just plucked the echo right out of the animals and make charms for the kids and the adventurers. Over to the east there be the hill surrounded by the shard-toothed bears. Up on the hill be Rhymepelt, the oldest bear in the woods. Morori need that bear for her magic. You bring me the bear's big ol' heart.
Spirits be with you.
Okay, that went from third perspective to second perspective to first perspective in one paragraph.
Just saw my ex working at McDonald's and just spit in my drink. Acting like we disgusted LMAO. Bitch, I eat your ass. That ain't nothing.
Wow. Definitely needs Jesus.
That escalated quickly.
It's kind of got a point. Like,
It's like you spit in my drink, I ate your ass. There's nothing there.
it wasn't so much the ass eating as the fact that, you know, presumably if you've been in a relationship with anyone for a period of time, then you've probably swapped saliva.
Or other bodily fluids.
Yeah, I wouldn't generally go straight for the asshole, but, you know, to each their own, I guess. I got a bear heart.
I'm gonna eat it.
Nope, I'm gonna give it to a troll, who's apparently gonna turn it into something. I think she said something about charms for children.
That's scary. And fuck you people in the comments.
Relax.
You got the bear, let's see the bear. This is nice big heart. If you'd be interested, Mori tell you how to be getting the echo.
Good to meet you.
Alright then, you just take the bits here, any bits, it don't matter, live in a stone or what. And you cross your eyes and hold your thumbs towards the sky and press real hard.
Look at this.
The echo come out like that. By the power of alchemy, I now have cat ears. And that's cat with
And
people
of
ears.
course.
Because always.
Oh,
Anytime anybody mentions alchemy, they've got to involve Nina. Oh, and of course there's somebody else out here. There's always somebody else out here.
raising a kid and a dog is harder than a single parent. I don't blame them. Huh?
I do both. You can just do one. You're a sick, fucked up man.
Yep.
Of course, there's a bunch of people out here. Inside the cauldron bubbles a rotting, repulsive, smelling substance. The greenish substance inside the cauldron is putrid and viscous. No matter what it is, it doesn't seem to be good. Best to report back to Donovan with your findings along with a sample of the liquid in the cauldron. Is that a DK? Why is there a DK here? DKs have no business here. Unknown level troll priest, which means it doesn't have any business here, especially since it just flew away.
Well, that's fucking disturbing. Someone took cereal box mascots and made them into zombies. Tony the Tiger is fucking disturbing. And Toucan Sam.
Follow your nose.
It's supposed to be golden grams?
Probably. I don't know. You can fly, you have no business in vanilla zones. Unless you are an asshole, and that's what you probably are.
That goes in. Jesus Christ.
And once again, douchebag.
Oh, fuck you, green ball.
Yeah, fuck you. I always saying fuck you to the green ball.
Oh, there's someone like just racing these balls and like you pick one in the beginning. And I picked the red ball and the green ball keeps getting my head.
Spear beads finally.
Oh.
What am I in combat with?
I fucking love Deadpool and Spider-Man memes.
Speaking of Deadpool and Spider-Man memes, we need to like rewatch the Marvel movies. All of them.
Do you have one?
No, but I'm sure we have access to most of them if we check our different streaming platforms.
I doubt Netflix has any.
Well, Netflix definitely has at least GOG and streamed last I knew.
And like,
Strange.
you haven't bought me, alright?
No, I don't own any outright. I don't know a lot of movies. You know that.
What?
Said you know
What?
that I don't own a lot of movies. When this creature dies, some sort of energy was released from the body. The energy was passed into you, and now you feel somewhat stronger. According to Winterspring locals, which Dr. Mawari at the Snowden Chalet is an expert in wildlife of this area. She might know something about this mysterious Mm-hmm.
Literally none of them.
On Prime? It's fucking weird. Prime might have some of the earlier ones at least.
I literally just typed in Marvel, and before I did it included with Prime, it was showing me Iron Man and everything else. But if you look at the Prime,
I know Netflix has at least Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Doctor Strange, last thing.
they also have Civil War.
Unless they removed some.
So you have Civil War, Strange, and Guardians 2.
That's it.
I have first Guardians on my computer.
And ideally we need to find... Let's say Iron Man was the first.
I mean, they're all on Amazon.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
You know I don't want to do that.
Let me
Because
check
I'm a
on-
broke ass
Let me check on
bitch.
demand.
I want to say the first was Iron Man.
Ow.
Where's my phone? Oh, I'm trying to remember what the order is. Appropriately. So you want to find somewhere that we can go do the 31-hour marathon.
I don't think we could survive that.
You can doubt my power.
Iron Man. You're saying we need to or Infinity comes out?
That's my idea. So yeah, it's Iron Man's first. That's what I thought. Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor.
Honestly, we went to a store, like, Jesus Christ. I was just trying to look at, like, the movie collection.
Oh, I'm sure it's expensive as fuck.
Yeah. And that one includes extra stuff. Yeah, phase 1 is just, like, $174.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we could probably like get them all rented on Amazon for like $2 a piece.
Well, I was gonna say, like, if we went to, like Second and Charles or something like that, or disc replay, and cheap,
Yeah.
but
I'm surprised none of them are on streaming services.
it's not a bad idea. Oh, Iron Man, you have to buy.
Next up would be Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
obviously we're looking for the one with Mark Ruffalo in it. Not the one that was Ed Norton. Or no, yeah, we want Ed Norton. I'm sorry. Mark Ruffalo will take over until Avengers.
And Purple Vault for Ed Norton is rent for $4. That's HP.
You have to wait. You can't rent Iron Man.
No. I want to buy. Vault was $3 or $4, and I want SC or
Iron Man 2.
same thing. 2 discs.
And it's Thor.
$3 or $4. Thor.
Thor. And Defenders of the
Same thing.
Should be.
And while I'm right here, it's theoretical version or theoretical version of Ragnarok while I'm here is $5. And Dark World is the $3 or $4. Okay, so what's next?
Captain America. The first Avenger. And it's the
And
first
Winter
Avenger.
Soldier is also the same.
Pretty sure the policy for renting is the same regardless of what film it is.
Well, except like that theoretical version was like $5 for some reason.
That's the actual release.
I'm pretty much guessing all these are the same.
Just trying to see if any of them are available for free.
No. Honestly, I already figured that out just by trying to type in.
Well, I just mean we have other streaming platforms. We're assumably looking at Amazon.
Yeah.
We have Netflix, we have the
No,
On
no, no,
Demand,
no, two.
we have On Demand with Xfinity,
No,
not even in the HBO category?
I don't think so.
'Cause I know we got the free HBOs. I need one more set of beads. Beads. Thank you. Fuck. All that for some goddamn beads.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like any of them are on there.
Fuck you, Xfinity! Why am I paying you? Oh shit, I just realized that.
What? Did you realize? I mean, I could have Kip download them all on my computer. Or Eric might know a way to watch them.
Seriously? It's refusing to let me change it. I'm about to stop the fucking stream.
Change what?
And this fucking thing that it does, it pisses me off when it does this. We very much appreciate that you have done for Timbermaw. Your contributed efforts will surely earn my tribe's trust and respect. Thank you for what you have done, as saddening as it is. Accept this as a token of thanks. We would ask you, please continue helping us. We have very few allies on which to call upon, and without your aid, the threats against my tribe would surely be too much for us to handle alone.
Trojan is just a horrible name for a brand of condoms. Why name it after something that after penetrating the wall broke open and let thousands of little guys pour out and fucking is up for everyone?
What?
Can you read that again?
What?
Trojan is a horrible name for a brand of condoms. Why name it after something that, after penetrating the wall, broke open to let thousands of little guys pour out and fuck things up for everyone? Trojan horse?
Hi.
Thanks so much. Now I can get back to work. Anything of interest at the camp. Oh, we found something. The winterfall are becoming increasingly aggressive. Disturbing news indeed. This stuff's much more like what you'd see in Fellwood than in Winterspring. Very interesting. When the toxic substance is mixed with the water from the hot spring, it loses its toxicity, only retaining the ability to temporarily affect those that ingest it. This must be why the winterfall protect the hot springs so fervently. They need them to purify their firewater. We need to stop this. Cut off contact between the winterfall and the Deadwood. A group of runners walk the distance between their village and Fellwood. Find and defeat them and steal their shipment. The cauldron looked like it contained concentrated material. If the winterfall are diluting the stuff directly in the springs, contamination might build up over time, and then the dilution will be less and less effective. The spring to the northeast has boiled over with elementals. I thought it was because of the cataclysm, but their appearance can be a reaction to this. Could you check them for corruption? Hunt a few and bring me any bits of green foreign material that you can find.
Won't be shy.
What this? What got the smell of the eco on ya? Let Maury tell you a little bit more about the eco and what it do. You're lucky, the eco searched you out. A troll like me's gotta find the eco. All the creatures of Winterspring have eco. The furbog, the chillwind, the shard tooth, even the ice thistle yeti. You kill these creatures and sometimes a bit of the eco come out. Different creatures, different eco. Go now. Go find other eco.
Be good.
Oh, Jesus.
What did you find now?
It's a whole dump of inappropriate memes. And this one just starts out with, is it illegal to throw aborted fetuses at people?
Yes.
It just says, they didn't actually throw a fetus at people, but when my girlfriend went to the abortion clinic to have an abortion, there were Christians out front. They were being really nasty and menacing, and she's going to hell. That she was a murderer and that they'd stop people like her one day. About a week later, I blended a raw chicken and put it in a plastic bag, went inside the clinic early in the morning when it just opened. I came out and threw the chicken at Christian and said, if you love fetus so much, why don't you kiss it? Kiss one. Can I get prosecuted for this?
It's not actually a fetus, so no. Were it actually a fetus, then yes. Because that's doing bad things with the human remains. As the law does define the fetus as a being. At least at the point where it would resemble a chicken.
And now it's something you would do. It's her whispers. I want you to make me scream with your fingers. Me. Pokes her in the eyes super hard.
Yup.
You would give me an eye, but you just
I just stick it in your butt.
If I worked at a sperm bank, every time some guy walked in, I'd say things like, get a load of this guy. When they leave, say, thanks for coming. Crack a nut in my ass and fuck you so hard and scramble it. Who said romance is dead?
What the shit is wrong with people? Like, are you gonna go full enema into a frying pan when you're done?
On a scale of 1 to Nature Valley granola bar, how much is your life falling apart? So what are your greatest fears? Human being blood alive, or being eaten by wolves? Yeah, you got it. Nobody just to relax. Take a long hot bath, that's a treat, or play with dogs, always fun. Alien throws out a notebook. For fuck's sake!
Oh, it's an intriguing standpoint.
That is it. It says, at the end of the first thing, it says, you really tatered my tots.
We need Jesus. It's done. Alright, let's go find a runner.
On the bright side, I'm not addicted to crack cocaine. On the downside, I'm too poor to afford one. There's one crack cocaine. Hello, drug dealer. Yes, I would like to purchase one crack cocaine, please. Debit or credit? Actually, I have a gift card.
Alright, I can dig it.
Just when he's giving good dick, he suddenly pulls out and shows a picture from Monster Inc. to put that thing back where it came from, or help me.
Put that thing back where it came from, also help me.
God damn it, I don't watch Monster Inc. I don't watch a shit ton of Pixar movies. And then also Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch was the shit. The oozing bag.
My ex probably told me his new girl that I'm crazy as fuck, jealous and insecure, but left with the part where he cried to me like a baby and had to eat my ass at the last supper.
Jesus Christ.
When I die, I want to be buried in the middle of nowhere in a spring-loaded casket filled with confetti, so some future archaeologist has one hell of a day at work. And that was Erica last night. I got so much Erica.
I wasn't that drunk, man.
You were pretty fucking drunk, Erica.
Great to meet ya.
Let's see what happens when the Winterfall don't get their firewater. Donovan examines the contents of the crate. I wonder if consuming the substance makes the furballs more aggressive. They do seem much larger. The Winterfall furbolg are not a normally aggressive tribe, and this change in their behavior leads me to think that they must be under orders from their chief. We most likely can't undo the damage that has already been done, but if their leader is slain, they may not get any worse. Head east again, past where you found that cauldron. High Chief Winterfall is here, at the easternmost point of Timbermont Coast. What did you find? That's quite a bit of it. The Winterfall are slipping further and further, and now we'll have to worry about the other wildlife as well in time.
Off with ya.
Let's go kill a chieftain. Let's kill him with some murder. I want a kitty. Wish we could afford a kitty.
Yeah, somehow.
I wish I could afford a cat.
Try to go fund me.
Thinking about doing that for a fucking 3D printer.
I want a power wash so badly.
What?
Power washing just always looks fun.
I can do whatever I need at work.
Hmm?
So we use a power washer on the trucks at work.
I sent her that picture. She's like, me.
Yeah, at least she accepts it. Hey, I just came back from where the hell are you?
What?
So, hi, Chieftain Buckshot, but I'm here to murder you. The log you found on the High Chief looks extensive, but after looking through a couple of the pages, you find that you cannot read the text. Markings are crude, poorly formed, and you are not sure if anyone will be able to read them. Perhaps Donovan will be able to tell you what it says. Yeah, Donovan, she might know. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
What's even having hair spin? No, look at that.
Hold on. That's where his hairline receded to, and he wants to hold on to what he's got. You can't hate, appreciate.
I don't think I've ever had duck. Do I have duck?
Quack.
I don't think I had duck.
Crazy.
Welcome.
Though I think I got kind of
Thank you so much. I hope to get back to my studies without worry that I will be ambushed. Please accept this as a reward. Now what's this? I wonder what all this means. I can't make anything out. Winterfall are no longer a threat to me, but if you still want to find out what was driving the furball to consume the strange firewater, I think you should seek out Kalek Skykeeper. He's a druid that once worked to help cleanse Felwood with the Emerald Circle, but has since come here to study the nearby ruins. You might be able to find him in the east at Lake Kelthorel, where he spends his time. Sorry, what? Oh, my butt!
This one says, don't stand, sit, climb, or lean on zoo fences. If you fall, animals could eat you and that might make them sick. And of course, the one comment says, this happens a lot to monkeys. That's what always make the sound. Ooh, ah, ah, ah.
You just... no.
That's a very sexy barbershop.
What?
That's how you get boners.
So she apparently wants to get up in there. Get up in there. 8 chapters in Winterspring. Fall fertile, the ruins of Kelthorel, superior weapons, spray it and slay it, the hub of good grub, Yeti surprise, Jadrog's fate, Umbrenze's delivery. I don't know what's happening anymore. We. What is it you carry? Yes, if you'll let me explain this for a while, I might be able to translate it for you. Flips the pages. When I am able to look over this fully, I will send word to you. Thank you for sharing this with me. Very little is known about the Winterfall Furball. At this lake, the crystal of Zin Malor was stolen by the Highborn. The crystal was a powerful artifact that bent arcane magic in the wild and unpredictable ways, but it can only be held by the worthy and brought doom upon all others. The spirits that wander here span generations, each shackled here by Zin Malor. Some will speak and tell their fates. Should you wish to learn of the fate of Zin Malor, seek the spirits at the center of the lake.
A girl and her boyfriend were getting busy upstairs at her parents' house. Her father, after hearing suspicious sounds coming from his daughter's bedroom, goes upstairs and walks in on them. Dad, she exclaimed in a panic. I'm sorry. Dad, being a dad, replies, Hi, sorry, I'm Dad. Then turns to the boyfriend and asks, Are you fucking sorry?
Apparently he is. Pity me, strange, and all the highborn, for it was here our folly began, our folly that cursed our children and our children's children to this day. 10,000 years ago, the highborn lived here in prosperity. We considered ourselves above the common ranks of the other night elves. With our every need met by magic and wealth, we led lives of indulgence and amusement and greed. The spirits you see here are overwhelmed with remorse and regret. Their anguish chains them here. If you wish to learn more of Kelthorel and Zin Malor, free them from their agony. Our agony. Agony. crystal has returned. Yes, now, you do not deserve to suffer the crystal's wrath. See you.
A human heart can be louder than a trombone. I discovered this on my own at my daughter's school concert.
Bass solo. I see you over there, you anguished highborn whore. I'm gonna beat you with my hammer. Should I start you guys fresh? On the new campaign, I'm trying to decide whether I should start you guys in that one or if I should give you a boost.
Maybe like two or something, like 2 or 3 or something.
Okay. Level were you guys when you died? 4? 4. Oh, excuse me.
We were pretty fucking close to 5.
The Crystal of Zimbalor was stolen from a far-off temple without remorse. Its ability to control the arcane was too tempting, and when it was toyed with, its shattered cursed us all. Keltheril, suffered under the Sundering, destroyed it for good. The curse of Zimbalor binds all who seek the power here. I was the first to fall to its temptation. Thousands of years later, our long-lost descendants would be next. Not long after my death, the greed of my people would lead to their exile. A continent away, there would become Quel'Dorei, the High Elves. In Quel'Thalas, they would bathe in the power of the Sunwell and forget the legacy of desire and greed. These distant descendants returned here, drawn by the hand of fate, doomed to repeat history. Hear their tale now, as I have.
Greetings.
We were proud and noble. Our faith in the light protected us, and with the Sunwell, we wanted it for nothing. Because of that blindness, we came here to repeat the tragedies of history, as our entire race would in time. 100 years ago, I and a small group of our High Elves traveled here from our homeland, Quel'Thalas. We sought the ancient mysteries of Keltheril, to find why it was destroyed. We found fragments in the ice, shards of the crystal. The Archmage we accompanied did not take long to fall under the sway, and our foolishness we noticed too late. His spirit wanders to the southeast. Among those he drove to madness, still clutching the memories of the precious shard.
Good luck, friend.
Madness. Shit. What the shit again? Stop doing that.
That's nasty. It's a Snickers inside a pickle.
Chocolate should not be mixed with pickles.
Yeah.
Like, those two foods, although delicious separately, I cannot imagine being good together.
Hello.
I saw it there.
Magnus was a powerful mage and an honorable elf. His spirit does not deserve such an ignoble fate. We were shocked before we died, shocked that one among our noble and auspicious kind could descend into vicious obsession so quickly. We died as naive fools, the victims of our own blithe assumptions. The living would know that these events would play out yet again, both here and among the entire elven race with the fall of Quel'Thalas. Long after my death, my people would suffer an even greater mistake. The High Elves relied on the Sunwell and its glory. Never imagining a world without it, we would never make preparations to deal with such a fate. Later, when the Sunwell fell to the forces of the undead, what was left of my descendants would be lost and helpless, and the path they would take in response would change them forever. The Sindorai still strive for redemption, would return here as well.
Victory lies ahead.
We were not naive as our forefathers were. We were suspicious and cunning and ready for betrayal at every turn. Yet our pride and greed drove us to ruin once more. How many more will be lost to Kelthorel? 1 year ago, the legend of the Crystal of Zenmalor reached Silvermoon, and I led a group of the finest warriors and scholars available to this land. We bought ample mana crystals, so none of us would be tempted to taste the crystal itself. The crystal did not need our hunger to ruin us. Once in our possession, it warped all but me into wretched beasts. The wretched souls still wander, seeking more living to change this lake. Will you give them mercy, or flee to die on safer ground someday?
Hold your head high.
Damn, elves are long-winded.
I saw a thing yesterday that was a corn dog, except they put a pickle over the hot dog. So, like, you know, on the inside there's the hot dog, and then, like, a shelled out pickle, and then...
All of that was deep fried.
Yeah. So they put the cornmeal on the outside. So it was a corn dog, but also had a pickle wrapped around the hot dog.
Yeah, that would probably be pretty yummy, actually, to be honest. Leveled up.
Half of the skies are gray, but all of a sudden they're not gray. And that includes the skies are green. Two little potatoes coming. That's not something to be happy about.
Drugs are bad. Okay. Need more wretched ghosts. Where are the wretched ghosts?
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles. Like you.
There's a red ghost.
Well, friend of the Grumbles.
You just finished having sex. What do you say to make it awkward? Now go to your room. You have school tomorrow. Yeah. Comment. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
The living forest rider who sent you here could not bear to see our fate. He ran a wise decision. If one now holds the crystals in Malor again, it will spell the doom of all around them. It should never have been reassembled. That's a one-hander. That's an offhand. You've seen enough. Know that the crystals in Malor brings only ruin to all around. Leave this place if you do not wish to join us.
We will have justice.
The master would have you silent.
Cats versus nearby objects.
Meow. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Fuck you, deodorant.
Well, the first thing he's like,
Fuck you, comb. Fuck you, deodorant.
this whole thing is just,
Fuck this. Fuck that. Fuck those two. Fuck all the things. The shade, yes, I saw it too. You say it spoke of a master, of one who holds in Malor. This is grave news, you must act. I saw the shade fly off to the south, take the path of the upper ruins, and you may be able to climb the frozen waterfall after it. And do not let your guard down, it may be waiting for you. It's coming for your butt. I will climb the waterfall. End up dying to the arcane balls. It'd be a lot easier if I could fly. Fucking guy. killed it. I killed it.
Oh, you killed it?
I killed it.
Yeah.
With a hammer.
You want a cracker?
I want a fucking cracker.
You say you do, you don't.
Yeah. What you gonna do now that I said I wanted one?
I think I got some saltines in the cabinet.
Bring
It's
some.
gonna be salty.
I'm salty enough as it is, kid. That's why we stopped playing League this morning. Oh. That what you face and things.
Peace be with
Did you find the shade? Was anything left of its origin? Let me see. Finally, faintly written among the engraved incantations in the name of its master, Umbrains. I have heard tales of Umbrains, though I have not ever met him in person. Rumor has it that he's been collecting magical artifacts. Though for what purpose I couldn't say. Best pass this information on to a trusted ally. Nim, the High Elf, can be found with an Everlook, a large goblin town in the northeast. Tell him all we've learned today. Nim.
Go back to that dude's computer. Cat's scratching the fuck out of the screen.
Cat scratch fever.
Oh, look at that shit. Fuck you. Cat scratching the fuck out of that screen.
Well, maybe you shouldn't leave catnip on your computer. Do 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 do. Ever look? What's up, Nim?
Can I assist you?
Umbrains, I see. I will carry this information on to my people. You will be contacted if you are needed again. A new inn. The Laughing Yeti. Lilith the Lith. Lilith the Lith.
Hello.
The three of us have been arguing for weeks over whose weapons are superior. I won't let anyone tell me that my maces are second best. Kiram's axes and Cyril's swords could never match the pure strength of my craft. I'm tired of arguing. It's time to show the two. I'm right with a demonstration of... If you would, head outside and tell Dee's rock snitch that I need the biggest boulder he can find.
Christ, the shadow.
This dude's name is Dee's rock snitch. Lilith wants a boulder removed inside the observatory. That's my business, consolidating materials. I usually don't get individual buyers, but hey, I won't ask questions. If you want to get a boulder in there, you're gonna have to use my own patented boulder in a box. Normally I'd just sell you one up front, but I'm fresh out of materials. Earth elementals have been popping up on the peak directly south of town. You're a good source of rubble. If you bring me back a good amount, I'll pay you for the restock, and I'll throw in a boulder in the box for free. Boulder in the box. Dee's rock snitch. Dee's nuts, bitch.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
That dude just got nailed in the balls.
So it was kind of the feeling he was talking about. That is a terrible life decision.
But, yeah.
Why would you do that?
That's why I went, oh!
That's the fact that I'm pretty sure that's easy. Can't stop the rock. I'll safely descend the mountain. Jump. Hit the ground really fucking hard. Can't stop the rock. Well, it's after 5.
Well, so I could get called in at 6. I mean, I'm saying it's just any time between 5:30 and 8 would be the end.
So we got 2.5 hours before you can say that it's over. That wasn't good.
What?
So we have 2.5 hours before it's over.
Well, technically, if like 7 o'clock draws around and there's nothing, probably good.
You got the rubble. Looks like a good amount. Here's your pay as promised. Here you go as promised. One boulder in a box. Lith was asking for this, wasn't she? She's my only customer.
Wants some hot chicks.
Oh, it's you again. Where's the boulder? Is it fried chicken? Spirited away.
Yes, I know.
You actually bought the boulder. I'm a bit surprised. Stand back and witness the pinnacle of craftsmanship. Watching. Smash.
I wouldn't have showed it to you if it wasn't something you would know.
You see, nothing beats the crushing power of a hammer. Pa, crude and clumsy is all I see. Just need more than strength. My axes are just as strong as Lilith's Mathis, but also sharp. They can cut through a tree in one chop. You heard me one chop. I'll prove it, too. Here in front of everyone. Go ask Deez if you can get a tree in here. You want a tree? Let's see what I got. I deal in small timber plenty, but full trees, there's a novelty item, kind of like those boulders. Maybe you can do me a favor. Just west of town, there's a grove of trees overlooking Lake Calthril. I don't know if it's the spooks there or all the elf magic junk strewn around the place, but we've been getting treants and lashers wandering around there recently. They're making it a real pain to chop wood over there. So why don't you chop some of them? Bring the wood from the treants back.
Did you read it?
No.
No, I think your assets probably like.
Woof.
Yeah, pretty much actually, yeah.
That cat just bark? No.
This other cat just did a belly flop into a beanbag chair. That's a very fluffy cat. Curly thing.
Truly, kitty.
And that's a creepy cat. I think that cat needs Jesus.
Cat's poor kitty's all wet. Somebody said, what pussy to me?
No, the cat was very hard. You put your name in the goblet of fire. Is this whole dump cats? No, it's just a lot of cats.
It's the internet. It's made of cats.
Very fat cat. I'm positive that this chicken wants to kill me.
Chickens are generally pretty fucking pissed off creatures.
Our next door neighbor in Wyndon used to have roosters and chickens, and the rooster chased my dad once.
I chased chicken. I chased chicken and Pete hit him from the side.
I feel like nobody members don't know about what's his face that this chicken.
Headless chicken.
You never know about the headless chicken? There's a chicken that got his head cut off and he's still fucking survived for months.
Because his head wasn't cut off properly.
Where's chicken? I can't remember his name, mate. Where's chicken? Mike. It's chicken.
Yeah, it's because his head wasn't appropriately cut off. And they spent a huge amount of money keeping him alive at that point, which doesn't make any fucking sense. We're gonna kill this chicken. It survived the initial death blow, so we'll spend a huge amount of money keeping it alive for a year and a half.
Survived 18 months without his head. It was back in the 40s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is they went to kill it. They did it wrong. It survived. And instead of finishing the job, they were like, hey, let's spend a bunch of money and keep this thing alive.
It left the, well, it says, you know, they were planning to eat it for dinner, and it says they picked that one. It says the axe removed the bulk of the head, but missed the jugular vein, leaving one ear and most of the brainstem intact.
They had a vegetable chicken instead of eating it.
He said he fed it a mixture of milk and water via an eyedropper. Give it small grains of corn.
Anyhow, show me the lumber. Not a bad haul. Maybe we should look into growing those trees instead. There you go. One instant super grow instant tree made with 80% natural ingredients. No roots, no muss, no fuss. Just give it to a kill ram and make sure he stands the heck back when he uses it. Got a new helmet. Chop chop. Alright, stand back now and watch what a true quality weapon can do. Why flail around? All you need is one chop. Feel like I'm in a Billy Mays commercial. Brutes and amateurs. It doesn't matter how sharp or heavy your weapon is if all it's good for is hacking like an ogre. I could go on and on about finesse and speed and balance and control, but it's easier to one-up these fools. Tell Deez I got one more order for him. I need a block of ice. Deez. Oh, it's you again. I'm so surprised. Ice this time. Oh boy, sure, I've got good news and bad news for you. The good news is there's a bunch of pure solid ice over in the Ice Thistle Hills cavern, straight east from Everlook. The bad news is there's also a bunch of vicious yetis in there. But if you can handle the yeti, hey, piece of cake. Just walk right up to the bigger chunks and crack them open with your weapon. Bring it all back to me and I'll do my thing.
Don't have nightmares.
Time is money,
Let's see.
friend.
Invention, my dear warrior, is 2% bottle inspiration, 4% solar exposure, 6% chance of thunderstorms clearing by mid-afternoon, and 93% rumplesnicker. Wait, did that add to 100? I've got my notes around here somewhere. My friends, I've always coming up with great ideas. I've never felt like I could match them until today. I just drew up the plans for something great. If you promise not to tell, I'll let you in on the secret. I'm going to make a mechanical yeti. Not only are my friends sure to be freaked out when they see it, but when they get over there, I know they'll be impressed. I need thick yeti fur from the Ice Thistle Yeti. There's plenty of them in the Ice Thistle Hills of the southeast. A lot of goblins have been going missing out there in the Ice Thistle Hills. It was almost one of them. I had the idea to set up a sensor to tell us when the yetis were getting closer to Everlook. Of course, it's not working either. There's yeti all over the hills, and I haven't heard a peep from it. Would you mind checking on it for me? It might still be fixable. Echo 3's set up to the southeast at the edge of Ice Thistle Hills. Don't ask what happened to Echoes 1 and 2. I can't make a yeti without horns. I've been looking for what seems like forever for the perfect set of horns, and no horns, I find, is good enough. But just the other day, I saw the biggest yeti in Winterspring. I named him Ice Swamp. His horns are the ones I've been looking for. He lurks all the way in the back of the cave along the eastern ridge of Ice Thistle Hills. Bring me his horns, but be sure to check on Echo 3 along the way.
Glad I could help.
It's interesting. Nice pelvic structure there, baby.
I also know the answers.
What? What's a fish?
Well, the top picture counts if there's have a dick.
It's a fish. Pivot. Pivot.
I know I am. Someone took a bunch of, someone took, Peach, Daisy, and Rosalina and turned them into, it's like, it says, Final Fantasy X2 had Mario princesses, and they turned them like warriors and cars.
Parts of the machine is still moving, but on closer inspection it has been severely manhandled. The metal is dented and cracked. There's a huge footprints in the snow all around it. In fact, it sounds like something's approaching right now.
Wow. It shows the Listerine, you know those things.
Mm-hmm.
Says cut them into circles and replace your mate's contact lenses.
Damn, son.
That's what it said. Whoa, calm down, Satan. Mind you, it'd give you a fresh outlook on life.
Oh, Jesus.
Can I get a calorie count, please? I'm watching my figure. Answer. I can assure you that watching your figure and buying a 40-pound bag of marshmallows are two entirely exclusive lifestyles.
You aren't doing those two things at the same time. Marshmallows are made entirely of sugar. It's just... Oh, I'm frozen in mid-big jump. That's okay.
Yeah, that's funny because it looks like your chair.
Hello, my chair. Get the temperature up faster.
I was saying the chair that he was sitting in looks exactly like yours. I'm off that. Of course. Once of course he's gonna fart in the sheets. That's how we get the bed warm. Ouch. Someone said, so true, I've come to terms with my functionality as a human furnace. Too bad it wasn't enough to save my marriage.
Oh. The blow is low.
It's like, ouch. The fuck am I even looking at?
Bird.
It's a weird fucking looking bird. It's a bird holding a fish. Interesting facts. Whales' vaginas can be large enough to walk through, but no.
You gotta accept it.
It's like I saw something before. It says a whale's fart bubble can be big enough for a horse to be in.
These are mammals. Just saying. Yeti.
Yep. Really, you see this secret. This one that Roman Emperor Caligula waged a war on Poseidon. That army marched into the deep and start stabbing the water.
I need more fur.
Don't forget to drink water and get some sunlight because you're basically a houseplant with more complicated emotions.
And we're bad at absorbing nutrients. Give me your fur. Cast, 3 seconds.
Well, it's like stuff you heard in an airplane. This is the second most awesome thing I heard in an airplane. We got a tailwind. Bitches expect an early arrival because we're flying fast like coked out butterflies. Motherfuckers!
There's some Jesus in that plane. Need some Jesus on that plane.
Hey, how you doing?
I've got lots to get started on here. Please get on those furs as soon as you can. These furs are perfect. We're off to a great start. Are they perfect? They're better than perfect. I can't wait to show my friends. Now I just wait a moment while I attach these, and perfect. It's all ready. Now I told my friend Legeki that I have a surprise for her. This is where you come in. I'm going to give you my mechanical Yeti, and you'll get the honors of using it to surprise her. She's just on the other side of Everlook near the inn. Go up to her and turn the Yeti on. I'll be watching from here.
Pleasure doing business with ya.
Oh, you're back. How are the Yetis? Not bad. Let's hope they don't ask for lava or something next, right? Alright, one high quality pure grade instant ice block. I tried selling these to people for protection for a while, you know, like that trick you seen the mages pull. Couldn't figure out the whole breathing thing though.
Glad I could help. Can I help you?
Ah, you're back. Perfect. Now you'll see what really matters in a weapon. Finesse.
For the Alliance.
What you two are lacking is control. Do, 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 do.
Can't guess what I'm trying to
Raw. Ah. She'll never expect it. Ah, she'll think twice before making fun of my ideas again. Thanks for your help. I couldn't have so much fun without you.
Keep it real.
Talk to me.
You've been pretty busy around here. If you're still eager to do good deeds or just get paid, I've got something you might be interested in. And Starfall Village is just northwest of Everlook. The Night Elves there recently suffered a pretty nasty bug infestation, and they're asking for any help you can get. A few goblins from here already went there to start exterminating, but I'm sure there's room for you. Talk to Wind Nightchaser. Head for the inn.
What brings you?
We've isolated Umbrain's position here in Winterspring. It is as I expected. Umbraze is in Mathrazil. Mazthoril. The cavern that once belonged to the Blue Dragonflight in the southwest. My mother, Hale, will meet you there. She is stationed outside the cave in a small camp with a few other survivors. Look for her campfire. Fucking cats. They go meow.
Cat catcher.
I don't even.
Cats, man.
A little over halfway there.
What?
It's a long walk to this fucking village.
I miss
Welcome to Starfall. We have opened our doors to all travelers in our time of need. The infestation of our burrow den occurred nearly overnight. Vicious creatures never seen in these lands swarmed the tunnels, hatching from unseen eggs. With a few of us here, it was all we could do to keep them from spreading outside the den. We were forced to hire goblins from Everlook that claimed expertise in extermination, but they have not yet been successful. If you wish to assist them, enter the burrow den to the west of the lodge and speak with Rhino Curtainfire. Luckily, when the infestation occurred, no druids were slumbering in the West End Burrow Den. It is still a sacred site to us, however, and its depths hold blessed relics kept there undisturbed for ages. While I am somewhat trusting the goblin exterminators, I am also familiar with the habits of their race. Please retrieve any relics you find in the Burrow Den and bring them back to me so they are not damaged. They are within urns nestled in small alcoves throughout the den.
farewell.
She touched me. Oh, she touched me again. Oh my god. Vomit everywhere. Bleh. Going deep, deep underground. Hey look, there's the guy. What up, guy?
Quickly, quickly!
The family's been clearing out swarms for years. Not that we're above a bit of hired help. Good, another warm body. I hope the elf up there didn't bore you to death. We've got a lot of bugs to kill here. I've still got no clue where all these bugs came from. My best guess is the cataclysm stirred up some underground nests we never knew about. No use getting distracted with what they need killing, though. My fellow siblings are already further down in the den trying to deal with these bugs, and they're starting to get overwhelmed. I say it's time to gas the place. Take these fumigators. Don't go setting them off yourself. It takes a highly trained professional and proper timing. Just find my sisters and pass them out. Rema should be positioned closest to the entrance. Head down the corridor and keep to your right once you go down the ramp.
Hit the road!
I gave my girlfriend my Netflix password when we were dating and asked her not to use it after we broke up. She intended to use it, so I waited until she was 2 seasons into Pretty Little Liars to change the password.
She learned.
Also, once roommate was being a dick, so I rubbed some grease from the leftover fried chicken on his Xbox's power button. Now whenever he's playing his ball, I'll walk by and snip the button, turning it off mid-game.
It's
Brutal.
I've seen you around.
Ringing out the bug spray, eh? I guess it can't be helped. I'm gonna start setting this up. Next one goes to Marcy, further down the den. Head down the corridor here and look for her in the next main chamber.
Friend.
monkey. I want my cat.
Give me the waffle. Give me the waffle and nobody gets hurt. Oh, I forgot about that.
What's the word on the
Well,
street?
then anybody can see a stranger down here. Fumigators from Reno? Jeez. You'd think Reno could have sent more than a single night elf down here to give us a hand. Freeloader. I'm gonna set this up, head north from this room through the corridor and look for Santa. She's probably gotten herself lost in the last chamber, so check the side passages once you get there.
Catch you on the flip side. What's up?
What are you doing here? Reno sent you and you brought fumigators. Ugh. Say there, warrior. Do you like meat? Even better, do you like money? I got a second cousin who's making a killing in the frozen meat business. He's set up smoking pits in the north, and he's looking for help hunting all the dangerous beasties that tend to taste so good. Carnivores pay well, friend. I'm too heavily invested here in this borrow den. What was I thinking? So I might as well pass the tip on to a helpful night elf like yourself. His name's Jez. Head northeast and look for the
Have a
smoke.
good one.
Ass walk. Step into the bottom. It's a long walk. Hey, look, there's somebody else.
What?
Hey, nice work. If you ever want to come back and kill some more bugs for absolutely no additional reward, please feel free.
Move it!
Hope you found them intact. They might not look like much to you, but these relics hold great value to the people of Starfall. You are confident. Offload some crap.
Be careful.
Look around you. You're looking at the largest goblin-owned hunting reserve in Kalimdor. I've got licenses to shoot and eat everything that walks on the snow, and from here to Everlook. And let me tell you, they're good eating. Doesn't it smell great? My smoked meat's got top dollar, and nobody else provides the exotic flavors I've got out here in the hills, and it's efficient. You just do the hunting for a small fee, and my other fine friends drag the beasts back here for skinning and smoking. I've got the market cornered on frost saber meat right now. Absolutely delicious stuff. Makes great sausage. Head out and hunt that cat just west of here, and we'll call that a start.
Glad I could help.
I don't have a very discerning palate, but even I can't stand the taste of those chimeras that you'll find around here. Their eggs, however, are a different story. Chimera eggs are the richest, most buttery eggs you'll find this side of Ogremar. Way better than the boring owl eggs, not as sulfurous as those weird wildkin eggs. I'll take as many of them as you can gather. Head northeast and look for their nests in the snow.
Hey there.
I've been eating owls my whole life. Owls is good eating, and my friend Jez agrees. I was the first one that told him to sell owl. Mr. Fancy Pants Worgan here says bear tastes better, but don't pay him no mind. You should go hunt yourself some owl. There's plenty of them wandering just south of here. Stick to the gray ones for now, and buzz me on a little talkie thing Jez gave you when you racked up a few.
Safe travels.
What can I do for you?
Have you ever had the luxury of trying bear meat? I never had the chance to try it in Gilneas, but the bears here are simply exquisite. The shard-toothed bears that roam just to the south of the well marbled with fat from the cold here. I've been hunting them myself, and it's quite a lark, but I much prefer eating them. I recommend you try your hand at the hunt. Stick the white pelted shard-toothed bears, and the captain will get you to the field and bring back
That's
your meat.
enough gabbing for me.
Yeah, clearly somebody else is out here. There's a number of dead chimeras.
He said it's slow as fuck.
Who the fuck's to be him then?
Well, no, he's making $30 today. I'm saying he's slow as fuck. I'm probably not getting called in.
No. What else?
He wants me to send you. He wants me to send him your Twitch info.
Yeah, it seems like a boring idea.
He wants to follow you, apparently.
So you can enjoy watching us fail at League? So you can cry at our League exploits? I can't play no more.
It said for a while today, like from 12 till 3, him and Teresa were literally just sitting at the tables in the lobby because it was so dead.
Nobody wants no pizza.
Apparently.
What's none of that there pizza? I hear him say he's wanting to make a totem barbarian.
Totem something. He said totem something. I can't remember what exactly he said. Might have said work. No, he's not here.
Yeah, I don't know what he said. The toilets. Why? What a bad choice.
Gives you guys a tank. The bear totem barbarians are nearly unkillable. You remember my bird?
It's totem barbarian. Whatever you think. Is there only totem barbarians?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Let's see what he was talking about. Ooh.
Ooh. Smoked.
Right. Several locomotives. Yeah, that's a cat getting hit in the face with a wall.
Yay!
Slow motion.
Poor kitty.
That is a Weird Al tattoo. My girl put me in charge of planning a trip for our anniversary. Buckle up, bitch. A lot of shrooms.
Oh, Jesus. A lot of freaking cats are murdered. I kind of feel bad. Cat murder complete. Alright, don't stop now. We're after the big ones next. Alright, kid, time to head out further into the field. This hall is nice and good, but further to the west you'll find the much bigger kitties. The Pride Watchers and Huntresses have a lot more muscle on them, and it makes amazing burger patties. They sell like crazy. Give me a ping when you've cleared house, and we'll see if you're going after the main course. Correct answer is probably not, given that somebody else is down here getting the murder on.
Toronto chef butchers eats deer leg in front of animal rights protesters outside his restaurant.
Those guys.
And someone CGI'd Thanos with, like, guy, what's his face from Team Network. The guy with the bleached blonde spikes hair.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You do? You don't.
It's like Guy Fieri or something. Is his name?
Ferrari, yeah.
Yeah. It's Fez Ferrari. Honey, pride watches. You watch my video? I hear them that are outside. I'm not going crazy. So are you wanting to do Latinas for dinner?
Yeah, we can do that.
Well, I just said it because I know you like going there. You can go somewhere else if you
I don't know if you were just actually calling that.
Well, I meant that we go out for dinner. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, Latinas because I know you like going there.
That's the last time we wanted to go out.
You sucko, girl. Oh, you like your sucko, girl.
Yeah, but given a choice,
Sucko, Bill.
I'd rather do the test.
You want some sucko, Bill? Some sucko, Bill?
Cool people can do food art.
Food art.
It's with carbon avocado all like.
Somebody got too much fucking time on their hands. Too much time on my hands. Too much time on my hands. Explosive cartoon. I got too much time in my hands. You need time on your hands, Mom?
Time in my hand.
Yeah. You mean time on your hands, Mom? The guy like Kameo waves him with a wave or clone energy that just ages him in dust.
This is about a cat or a bunny. I don't know.
It's fucking adorable. That's what you have. You have a
Having
big-
one cat is wonderful. Having two cats is comedy.
It's true. I've seen it happen. Beautiful. I'm watching the captain drag this all back right now, and it's a gorgeous sight. And the next chorus. Time for the big cow, pal. Shirotom lurks in the north, the largest frost saver of them all. You should feel honored. There's no fiercer game in the hunt to match their skills against. If you sought the cash I'm bringing offered by gourmets who want a piece of this fellow, your eyes would pop out. Once you got her, head on back to the camp and don't want to totally exhaust their frost saver population in one day.
Oh, you're going to bed? Let me lick my balls next to you for 3 hours.
Angry. Fuck that cat. Murdered that cat to death.
When you don't let the cat in the bathroom with you. No, puppy.
Calm down, kid. You're having a meltdown.
And those are boobs.
What? I was just trying to figure out how we went from one to the other.
Well, it went from cats to puppy to boobs.
Okay.
That's immigrant for
The
you.
internet. Spend enough time on it and you'll find a cat dog with boobs.
Okay, let's just hurt my body.
Oh.
Well, he went from like this.
Ping pong to golf ball to volleyball.
Shout out to the man buying a massive grape Slurpee and a bouquet of Slim Jims for breakfast. Made my 7-Eleven shame donut feel like a smart option.
Get it done. Also, what are those 7-Eleven shame donuts? I'm a little bit disturbed by
I'm
that.
probably just a donut from 7-Eleven for breakfast. That guy's getting a grape Slurpee and a shit ton of Slim Jims.
You don't know his life.
And those are anime boobs.
I don't recognize that. I thought I did for a second, and I was like, nope.
Nuki Doki.
Nope. For half a second, I thought it was the.
Apparently those things.
Shit! Dude riding a tricycle bitch.
That's a lot of boob.
It's anime. It's usually how it goes. There's at least one chick who's more boobs than anything else. I say at least one because there are certain animes that revolve around every female being more boobs than anything else.
Yeah, so that's a hentai and it's called Nuki Doki. Tenshi to Kuma no Kusai Battle Revolution. Very long name. That hurt my brain.
Bears. Bears.
Oh, apparently a whole post for liquid cats.
Meow.
And that's some sort of Dungeons and Dragons picture.
D&D, D&D.
Character. Something. Drow merchant? Nah. I can draw stick figures. Not even well.
Let me rephrase. I wish I could draw to the point that I could create art for our campaign.
Okay, I don't know that one. Okay, that one's that one's kind of creepy. We could draw dicks. That would have been helpful 3 weeks ago. Friend, how do you like your woman? Me, that shows a picture. It's sweet and begging for cream.
I don't like where this is going.
So you do or you don't?
I don't. Expect it to be like a bagel. I feel like the EPA should be coming to beat me. I'm murdering a lot of wildlife. It's like, quick, go kill 31 tigers, and 15 owls and 15 bears. Also need you to steal the eggs of these endangered bird lizards. Bird lizards. Caw. Is it weirder to say they have two heads? I see you, bear. Come for that bear booty. Reach. Get it. Gotta want it.
I can't reach that shit. I'd have to call him now. I'm calling over there right now.
All I got is water.
I'll be dying of thirst and I'll be like,
I'm still too lazy.
That's the truth. The captain's been bringing back bags full of owl, and I can't wait to try it. Maybe Mr. Fancy Pants Francis here will even try some. Them smaller owls are sure tasty, but Good Grub says there's even bigger ones further south. Screechers, the folks around here call them. They make a heck of a noise when you tussle with them. But he says they're the best owls he's ever tasted or sold. I believe him. Why don't you rustle up some of those for us, and I'll keep arguing with Francis here. I'll pointlessly kill an extra owl. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Mixed berries? Sure, I want the mixed berries that I found on a bear. Simply splendid. I've been watching the captain bring bear after bear to camp, and I can't wait to see them thrown on the smoker. Perhaps I'll have tasted them raw. Many find the meat of the shard-toothed bears to be too gamey for their taste. I disagree, though I'm not one to judge the tastes of others. The shard-toothed maulers, however, their brown-furred cousins to the south, have much more tender flesh, particularly in their paws, and I've heard that the snout is also considered a delicacy. Continue your hunt. Let's see if you can bag some maulers for old Francis. Francis. What's my name?
which one would I get? That one. Just shows a big, like picture of the old ice cream truck options. So the truck pulls up, what are you getting?
None until first.
In general, though, which one would you get?
I don't fucking know. Where's the bomb pop? Where's bomb pops?
I'd get the cookie. Cookie sandwich.
I like bomb pops. Ooh, I got more echo.
Which one would you get? The red, white, blue one?
Yeah, it's the bomb pop. A simple man who enjoys a good bomb pop.
I used to love those, I can't remember what they're called, but they're the little lemon lime balls.
Little lemon lime balls.
Nice.
icy. They were like, it's like Dippin' Dots, but like icy form. I'm gonna have to look up lemon lime balls. This is gonna be really fun. These.
Whatever.
Shit's good.
Screecher. Screecher. Need more screechers.
Just two people are so there.
Well, I'm one of them. It counts me when I'm observing my own stream.
Oh. It keeps showing up someone has electrical skateboard. I have no clue who the fuck that is.
Electrical skateboard.
Yeah, that's what you were. You.
I don't even know where you're looking to see that because I can't see that. Which is weird. I think that I would be the primary person who would see that.
And it's obviously not Eric, 'cause I don't think Eric can spell electrical skateboard.
So Eric's considered a mod on the stream anyway. I feel like I'm killing a lot of wildlife. It's still taking me an awful long time to do it. First regen. Alright, you put us on enough owls for us to sell for a month. Gotta hand it to you. Local legend tells of a mighty owl that circles the mountaintop like death on wings. They named her Deathwing. Soon after, they were told that name was already taken. So they settled on a moniker that invoked a semblance of war and dread. Hellhoot. Hellhoot can be found atop the mountain to the southwest of our smoking pit. Silence the infernal nocturnal, so we can eat her.
That's how they
What?
eat people.
They're not not eating people, they're eating an owl. A little bit concerned about the amount of berries I'm getting off these bears. And the suggestion the game is making for me to eat them.
I never saw this one. Obviously, it's fucked up though, because it says parents be like, this looks like a nicely animated film for my children to watch. It's obviously fucked up.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't know.
You 100% honest with you. Where's Hellhoot? Hi, Hellhoot. I'm gonna hit you with the axe.
I've heard stories about parents buying their children some anime thinking it's just good old animation like Disney until they find out what hentai is while watching said kids.
We learn.
Seeing the hentai know where this is going.
Jesus. Electric Boogaloo.
Apparently it's so bad, a lot of comments are saying, like, they love horror movies, but that movie got them fucked up. One said, nope, that's a big nope right now. My niece is 5, I'll let her watch Walking Dead and credit for that, but not this shit. This is obviously a very fucked up movie.
Clearly. Fuck this bear. Fuck this bear. Here.
Fuck that bear.
Fuck them all.
Main question. Are you gonna want to go see Nights 2 when it comes out? Huh?
Question why I did it.
What?
Oh, I pressed buttons I didn't mean to press and I ended up sending out a chat message. I don't know.
I don't know if you were excited for
I
those as
don't
me.
know. I don't know how they're making it to you. What the premise of it. Francis Max's lips. You've got to try some of this. These maulers are perfectly tenderized, possibly because of the pummeling you delivered. I've heard it said that you are what you eat. I don't know if I believe that, but if it's true, I prefer to eat the strongest creature that I can find. Ursias is the largest bear in Winterspring. He eats first when his pack of shard-tooths bring down a chimera or an owlbear. He claims the most comfortable cave in the shard-tooth held lands, and he has considerable influence with the shard-tooth females. He's my kind of bear. I want to eat him. His cave is near the maulers. Good luck.
It says, taking place immediately after the first film, the end of which introduces the Underminer, the Parr family struggles to maintain normal lives. Well, Helen, also known as Last Girl, is out fighting crime and campaigning for the return of supers. Meanwhile, Bob, also known as Mr. Incredible, remains at home watching their children and discovering the secret power to the ladder in the process. However, they along with Rose will have to battle a new villain with a finish. Just it's just kind of a continuation.
Why does my kid have all of the powers?
Have you seen the previews for it?
No.
There's a preview pretty much saying that with fucking Jack. It's like, the hell?
Please turn it off.
Huh?
I'll look at it later.
I was watching it.
Alright.
Good day to you.
Hellhood is slain, and her meat is just as succulent as you'd expect. Today we eat a legend. Thank you all.
See you later.
Talk to me.
Amazing, kid. You're cut above. I went through about 5 different contracted hunters trying to get that cat. Well, we found 2 of them after the captain got the corpse, but let's not dwell on that. Nice eggs. These will do great with a little bear bacon. Hey, Francis, got any bear meat left? Bear meat.
Glad I could help.
And a strand of creamy.
Your service is
friend of
not delicious. He tastes like a combination of pine cones and curdled milk, only oiler. Are you sure this is Ursius, the big bear in the cave? This is horrible. It honestly tastes like his meat has been steeped in urine. I don't feel like I'm getting any stronger. It's really bad. You want to try it?
You wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry.
Just Harry Potter feels. That's all.
Can you feel what I'm feeling?
Well, it just says Molly and Harry dancing at Harry and Jane's wedding. He says, now I can actually call you mom and not feel weird about it. She breaks down crying in the middle of the dance floor.
What a dick.
The feels, man.
What a dick.
Yeah, what do you want? Be good.
I got a bag full of food. Seems like an awful lot of food. Ten more quests to go.
Oh. Ow, ow,
Ow, ow, ow, ow.
ow. I just had like a crack real quick in the back of my leg.
Crack any butt. Follow the yellow brick road. Ha! Follow the yellow brick road. Ho ho!
Gas powered stick.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's from a YouTube show.
Hello.
Good. You will serve well. I require the aid of a warrior such as yourself. We, the Blue Dragons, have been forced out of our home. Mas Thorol, an imposter by the name of Umbres, has taken advantage of us in our weakened hour and now occupies the cave. Mas Thorol is a place of extremely potent magic, and he does not know how to wield it. Even the wildlife suffers. The beasts nearby have been altered. Please, I must ask you a favor. Gather their brains so that I can see if I can undo the Umbrain's wild magic. ticket. Arcane Tesseract. Look, it's a bunny. That's not a bunny. It looks like a bunny. I'm gonna charge it, and it's not a bunny anymore. That bunny just turned into a lion. That bunny turned into a gorilla. Dang it. Pressing the wrong button. Ooh, foxy. It's actually a velociraptor. Got all the mana-addled brains. Arcane in the brain. Arcane in the brain. Crazy insane, got no brain.
I am listening.
Master Roll belongs to the Blue Dragonflight. This is not right. Let's see what I can do with these. What a shame. Whatever Umbrains has done, he has prevented me from undoing his magic. He is wiser than I anticipated. I do have a backup plan, however. I have seen owlbears enter and leave Mas Thorol, even with Umbrains took control. Their ancient Druidic magics must be capable of disabling Umbrains. Luckily, I happen to be somewhat of an expert in their methods. Travel south to Dun Mandar. You will find a chest with a Dreamcatcher in it. This will be your first step. Oh, she's looking at babies.
No, it's a post saying 19 times celebrities were mom shamed for ridiculous reasons.
Babies. I feel this is going to require some murder. What the shit? Okay, that's cool. Thanks, Phasing. No, the fucking game doesn't just randomly change what fucking realm you're on. It did it after I killed fucking 4 of these bastards, and now I'm fighting those same 4 bastards again. The Owl Beast magic with the key to retaking Masthorel. Good, it is just as Jerome described it. The Owl Beast's sacred caves are located at the east. Within several of these caves you should find totems. I want you to approach these totems and gather whatever essence you can from them. The Dreamcatcher should absorb these essences to use at Masthorel.
What do you need?
What happened to me, you ask? Listen, and listen well, for my tale is one of tragedy. I was sent here to Owlwing Thicket to find some relics. I only made it this far before I was overwhelmed by a flurry of wings and talons. How they roared and pecked. I now lay here, a broken orc, with nothing but vengeance on my mind. Please, if you have any sense of honor, you will go to Owlwing Thicket and help me regain mine.
For the Horde.
You okay? Making him weird, I'm getting cranky noises. I'm getting angry. Hungry? Lay on your back for a while. So try laying on your back for a while instead of your stomach. Give me things increased by 5%. Nice. Ah, somebody's talking shit. Essence of the Moon Turtle. Spring, we need the essence. The Dreamcatcher is charged, we're ready to retake Malzthorre. I don't want our gambit to fail. Such a failure would only draw attention to our efforts, giving Umbrant an opportunity to hone his defenses. No, we have to do this right the first time. The Frostwhisper Gorge to the south provides us with access to powerful ice elementals. The water within these elementals' hulls should amplify the power of your Dreamcatcher, ensuring our effort. Obtain this water, then return to our camp. My honor is restored, partially. My tale continues, for I left portions of my honor elsewhere in this forest. It has not been a very easy journey for me. My mysterious benefactors gave me more than one task. The second task took me further south to the Frostwhisper Gorge. I was surprised to learn that the Gorge's bridge has been broken in two, preventing land travel from one side to the other. In addition, the juvenile Frostmaw tumblers were separated from their stronger adult parents. I thought that I should defeat them in battle. I was incorrect. I was forced to run away in shame. Teach those tumblers a lesson. Fight them and win. The Frostmaw giants wouldn't have been a problem if it wasn't for the damned Frostilius. When the ground shook and the bridge broke, he and his fellow water elementals seeped out from the earth and took over the bottom of Frostwhisper Gorge, forcing the giants out. Damn you, Frostilius. You would do me great honor if you would send him back into the ground warrior. You will find him to the south at the bottom of the gorge.
Victory.
So, wanna go with your bullshit? Let's go.
I just finished the level and fucking stuck around for like a week.
Oh, right here.
Fucking around for like a week.
You get stuck on a rope.
They're hard.
So like a charge system you can only try so many times or something?
No.
You have the tools. I don't even know why she said that. I said murder, but yeah. Get me out, kid. out of the gorge. Time I get out, then drag me back in. I feel like this used to be something. Maybe it's the bar for somebody else. I see you. Disappointed in this one with an ability to kill these. Takes care of that problem.
Blood and thunder.
I'm glad the adult giants are trapped on the side of the gorge. They are far hardier than the tumblers you fight. I feel rejuvenated by your courage. Perhaps all hope is not lost after all. If I survive my wounds, I will always remember your name. Whenever the wind whistles through the trees, I will always hear your name. Thank you.
Down.
Yay.
Yeah, he's gotta survive first, which I don't think he's gonna. He's gonna kind of lay in a pool of his own goo. Lay in a pool of his own goo. Goo wop wop. Ooh wop wop. Goo wop wop. Three more quests. Umbran's Stewardess.
What brings you here?
Welcome back. Halo applies the water to your Dreamcatcher. You've done well. Mastoral's innate magic can wreak unimaginable havoc if mishandled. Umbrains' wanton casting within the caverns has opened up a number of tesseracts, in other words, portals connecting to other worlds. If I am to return to Mastoral, these tesseracts must be closed. The Dreamcatcher will close the portals, buying you safe entrance into Umbrains' lair. First, defeat whatever comes out of the tesseracts, then use the Dreamcatcher to quickly close them before anything else spills into this world. Umbrance lurks in the back of Mastoril. His time has come. Unfortunately, I am unable to join you on this quest. While I'd love to get my hands on that snake, Mastoril's magic would rip me apart in its current state. No, I need you to finish this for me. When the deed is done, use this charm. It will return you safely to the egress.
Sounds like bullshit.
It's usually what it is. I can't help you because it might hurt me. Of course, you could totally go in there.
Have fun.
one's arcane elementals. Second one's basilisks. The third one's a goddamn Eridar. Ethereals. Mana worms. Well done closing Tesserix. Maybe. Don't think I'm getting around this one. Nope, not getting around that one. All those dragon's essences have collected. The power is exhilarating. You can't take this away from me. Not now, not ever. Holy crap. Teleporting around your enemy. Thing keeps teleporting around like a douchebag. Well, that's fun.
Hello.
It'll take some time for Maz Thorel to recover, but she will. The blue dragon flight is far from dead. You have our things.
Farewell.
I got Nam's gauntlets, man. Alright, so that's Winterspring. Poofy. Next week will be Dust Wallow.